Okay guys, so hello, this is Tech, and today I come at you with another sketchbook tour. So this is not a traditional sketchbook, this is a lot of old art, and back in the day I used to draw everything on loose sheets of paper. So, I stuck everything in here. So it's kind of like a sketchbook jumbled together with a lot of art throughout the years. There's no real order to this because I'm really bad at dating stuff, or at least I used to be really bad at dating my art. So it's just kind of all over the place. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this art tour. So here is a old drawing for my old story Half-Wolf. This used to be a Dutch story I wrote. I wrote book 1 and a little bit of book 2. And I got quite far, I was really proud of it, but it's very bad. It still uses the alpha, beta, omega theory, so yeah, it's not very good, but I like some of the art I did for it. This is Convel and he is fighting Kadern. Then here is one of the side characters of the story. It's one of my friend's characters from back in the day, but was given permission to put her in the story. Here we have Convel again, back when after he gets renamed to Morfran, and after he gets his scars. Here we have a more realistic take on Lin from All in Ones. This one has actually been dated. This one is 2013, so I guess that's kind of around the area when I was drawing this. This one is 2015, as you can see. This is Aiden, one of Afria's siblings from the story and from Half-Wolf. And Afria was the main character, so Aiden was one of her siblings. This is a wolf dog I did for a art trade with a friend back in the day. And I used to be really proud of this one. This is Nava. He is a Jaeger, which is basically a giant wolf for another story I once wrote. And it basically included like wolves wearing saddles and people riding them. And Nava was like one of the main character wolves. Here we have, I guess this is back when I named him Lugave, but he has since been renamed Morfran. And I need to rename him again because Morfran is a very nice name. But this is Morfran from Half-Wolf. This is Bronak from Half-Wolf. This is the main character's mother. This is again Nava from the Jaeger story. Here you can see his saddle a little better. And I believe this is another one of these saddle wolves, but I forgot this character's name. The story has long been abandoned, but yeah, I did a bunch of art for it back in the day. Now this is Afria. She was the main character for Half-Wolf. She's a wolf dog and you can't really see it in here, but she basically has like a general wolfish look, but she has a dark German Shepherd like mask on her face. This is Kadern, and he is the leader of Afra's pack in Half-Wolf. Here we did a little one eye wearing a cloak. I guess I was going to put this as a concept in All in Ones, but it never really happened, so I don't know. This one I drew in class in college, I believe, in 2015. It's a wyvern or a dragon, whatever you want to make of it. And I'm so quite proud of it. It's all done in pen, so no sketching beforehand. This is for another story I did back in the day, which was basically like a kind of medieval AU of All in Ones, and I did a bunch of art for it. So yeah, the king, Mona was basically the king in this. I guess his name is Daniel nowadays, but back then his name was Mona. So yeah, he was like the king in this story. This is Charlie, one of my other characters. I did this for Inktober once, but I never made it past this entry, so yeah, I'm very bad at Inktober's. Here we have Nava again from the Jaeger story. And here he is again. These are all, I believe, from like 2013, from the Jaeger story. And again, these were the two other main wolves from the Jaeger story. But I forgot these characters' names. I never wrote them down, I believe, or at least I can't find them anywhere. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I used to be a brony, so some MLP fan art. This is from back when season 4 came out, I believe, from the pilot or like the first episode. And this is from the flashback to Rainbow Dash's cutie mark. And just a Fluttershy. Was never good at drawing ponies, but I always liked drawing them. This is from the medieval Allowance AU again. And this is because they were on trail in this story, this was the horse Daniel wrote, so its name is Scruffy. I don't know, I'm not very good at drawing horses, but this was his horse. Here I did a bunch of concept art. This is Lynn in the medieval AU story. This is King Daniel, some concepts for his crown. This is Bernard. You might know him nowadays from my story Dark Stones, but this is where he originates. He used to be a character in medieval Allowance AU. And here we got Daniel. And more Daniel. I did a lot of Daniel concept art back then. Here we have Lynn in the Allowance AU. Some more Daniels. He's very tired, I guess. And another one. I like drawing him a lot. This is a kind of special one. This is like one of the first, I believe, 5 art pieces I ever did of Lynn as a character back when I developed her. You can tell because there's still some old things going on. Like she still has 4-paw socks, which she lost in the final design. The tail is still a little bit long. It used to be it got a lot shorter. If you look closely, you can see she has brown earrings. I also dropped those. She doesn't have her ear notches. So yeah, this is a very old drawing of her. I did this at like my, I don't know, like a mom's friend, I guess, back when I was visiting her. Here we have another one from the Allowance AU, medieval AU. And here's one for King Daniel. And another one for Lynn in her little rogue outfit. And more King Daniel. I used to want to animate this. That's why there are so many like concepts and stuff, but I never got anywhere with it. This is for another story I did back in the day. It was a comic called Aban Ea. And this was like one of the cover concepts. This is for a story that never came to fruition. I wrote when I was very young. I believe I was like 10 or 11 when I made this. It was about hyenas, and as you can see, fighting with claws, like that's not something hyenas do, but I was very warrior cat built at that age, so yeah. This character is named Gizmo, and he was the main character. And here's Gizmo again, and his little opossum pal, and oh, I forgot the name of his girlfriend, but that's her. Before I had my Black Mamba Productions logo for Allowance and stuff, I used to have Superstar Productions, and that's what this was a logo sketch for. This is actually the second ever drawing I ever did of Lynn, back when I was developing her as a character, so it's very old. I think I added ear notch in later, I believe, because I don't think she had them at first. She still has eyelashes, which I later dropped, of course. She doesn't have her little beard. But this is like I believe the second drawing I ever did of Lynn. This is another story I never got to develop, called Sensi Adventures. It was very Ginga inspired. This is from New Life, another story I wrote when I was like, I believe 12 or 13. It was basically about Edward Wolves, and this is also one of the first images I ever did of Daniel / One Eye. So this is like, I believe the second drawing I ever did of him, so that's why he looks a little different. But he originates from this story. Daniel originates from New Life, so I've used him in many AUs in different stories throughout the years, but this is the one where he originates. This is Silky from back when I was doing Paradise Valley. It's not the Allowance version of Silky, this is a different character. These names are also spelled different. But yeah, this is basically she's like the conceptual version of Allowance Silky. Then over here, this is actually the very first drawing I ever did of Lynn from Allowance. This was before she was an Allowance character. This is the first drawing I ever did of her. I still remember it was like in front of the TV at the evening when I was drawing this. And I must have been like 10-ish, 11, maybe 12 at most. Yeah, this is the first drawing I ever did of her. And you can kind of tell it's old because of the eyelashes and the ear rims. No beard, so yeah. But this is the first drawing I ever did of her, so yeah. This is actually the very first drawing of one I ever did. / Daniel. Yeah, he looks very different. What can I say? He's changed a lot. But nowadays he's very much an Allowance only character. But yeah, this is where he originated. Then here we have some Navas. I used to do back in the day because I still really like Nava as a character. He's still my favorite character. And I drew him a lot more around this age, but I got rid of most of my fan art throughout the years, so this is still a little bit I have of him, but not a lot, sadly. This was going to be a chapter cover for A1 I was going to color them digitally. I believe I actually colored this one digitally. In case I did, I may put it on screen right now, what it looked like. And this was basically, this story, I forgot to mention it earlier, was basically a conceptual version of Outcast Grove, which is it's kind of on hiatus right now, but I do still plan on making it someday as like a book. And this was Leslie, but he would eventually want to become Jackdaw. So yeah, this was very old art. And here we have Derpy, who I drew on Derpy Day in 2012, as you can see. And yeah, that was it for this sketchbook. I still have a little bit left over pages for if I find more old art. But yeah, this was my very old art. I'm sorry if a lot of it looked like embarrassing and there's like a lot of stories that never got anywhere. Not a lot of Allowance stuff either, surprisingly, because I did start making Allowance around this age. Yeah, I guess that's... yeah, I guess this is what you get throughout... I sadly threw away most of my old art, traditional art, so there's not a lot of it left. But yeah, this is some of what I have left. And I do have more, but that's for a future sketchbook tour. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, thank you for watching and bye!